Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports. This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana. MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports. We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello everyone and welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Loyola Sports as we've got the Breakers taking on the Corvallis Blue Devils on the soccer pitch today here in Corvallis. Gorgeous day in Corvallis today as the sun has graced us to warm it up a little bit out here. And they are doing the announcements of the starters
and now starting for your Lady Blue Devils.
Corvallis.
Starting a freshman, number 2.
Beautiful day, 45
Hertztrick.
degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind.
Starting a sophomore, number 3.
Sun is out, the clouds over the Bitterroot Mountains. It is beautiful here in Corvallis as they announce the starting lineups. The Corvallis Blue Devils, the girls play first, and the Blue Devils wearing their royal blue jerseys. They've got a white outline on the number and a white Corvallis. The Breakers, they are wearing their white jerseys with the scarlet number and name. Our officials for today's game in center, Kent Barbian.
Starting a freshman, number 10.
Jeff Johnson will be the assist, and David Gross as well. So it's ladies first
senior, number 13,
here today as they finish out the starting lineups.
Starting a junior, number 15, captain.
We'll have the boys up at 5 o'clock, and then on Thursday we get to do some Sentinel soccer as Helena will be in town. We'll have Sentinel boys and girls soccer on Thursday. Friday night, Loyola Rams head to Anaconda.
Josh Venema and Colton Main.
And then Loyola Rams and Breakers will be home to host Hamilton, who they beat. The Breakers have beaten, and this is going to be an interesting game with Corvallis for these Breakers, as the Breakers lost to Corvallis at Rollin Field in Missoula, but a win here could put them back up into first place. So we're just about ready to go underway here. The officials wearing bright red tops with black bottoms. They've got some gloves on as Barbian places the ball in the field. Soccer field here in Corvallis sits north to west. The Breakers will defend, north to south. That'd be interesting to see a soccer field that went north to west, but north to south. And the Breakers will defend the southern goal. As we get underway, it was a 2-1 win for Corvallis in Missoula just a couple of weeks ago. And it'll be Corvallis who will get the ball first here. Nope, looks like the Breakers will have it first as Von Dorstein will come up to play at the striker. So we just wait for the official's whistle. Checking with the officials and the keepers. The watch, Barbian, and there's the whistle. We are underway here in Corvallis, and this will be boomed upfield down the far side, caught at the box and challenged. Defense is there, turning it back inside for for Corvallis. This one's touched out of bounds, so the Corvallis bench is on the northern side of the field, on the far sideline. As this one's thrown in down the far sideline, Johnson is there for the Breakers. Isabella Johnson. And now a throw in, and they're going to say that Laney's feet did not stay on the ground on the throw in. So Corvallis will get the throw in now down the far sideline. With the throw in is Francis Carrasco. And it'll be taken away by Walker, but right away Corvallis will take over. Here's Elizabella Johnson to take it away. Placed upfield to midfield and sent ahead to Von Dorstein. Von Dorstein will chase it down. There is a Corvallis defender, and they'll bring it to the near sideline. Cannot be saved, and Loyola will throw in right below us. We're in a crow's nest right at midfield. And they're going to say an illegal throw by the Breakers. The throw in coming from Annika Chavez, trying to go to Sid Kopang. So now Corvallis will have it, tapped back, controlled by Kira Davis and taken away by Chavez. Chavez has Van Dorstein in the middle. Van Dorstein with a stall, and right away touched by Haley Lords. Lords will get it to the outside. Lords to Weedkamp, centered, and Walker will take it away. Now it's Walker, cuts it back inside with 2 on, sends it to the outside to Chavez, near side box. At the top of the box, cuts it back in, and a touch by Corvallis. Davis takes it away from Chavez into the deep corner. Placed upfield, centered, and Walker will take it once again. Corvallis in Corvallis territory. Splits one defender. She's going to go ahead and take a chop, and this one is off the upright. And Walker says that is in, and they're going to call that a goal. Lainey Walker with the goal to start things off for the Breakers, and it's 1-0. So Corvallis will reset at midfield. Breakers lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. The ball came off of the upright and came down inside the goal on the bounce. Chavez gets pushed off the ball, but Kopang is there. Loyola on the push now. Outside, near side, Chavez taken away and punched upfield, but out of control. Corvallis gives it up, and Sid Kopang will have the throw in right below us. She's looking for somebody to throw to. Lots of options. Here comes Walker. Throws it to the middle of the field. Walker plays it to the circle. Now drop back. McKenna Round plays it wide to Lechner, and it's picked up by Corvallis. Corvallis with a push on the far side. Lechner will have a toe out of bounds right outside of the Breaker bench. Throw in Corvallis. So Lainey Walker taking a whack from about 26 yards out. Has it come off of the bottom of the upright and land inbounds, or inside the goal. And the Breakers are on the board first, the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. In control, in Breaker territory, far side. Walker will take it away. Now battled for with Lords. We get a whistle, and this will go against Walker. And a free kick coming from Corvallis. They'll take it from just about midway between the box and midfield, far side. Here's the kick. This one's volleyed in, and Walker will have a toe on it at the top of the box. It's played forward. Von Dorstein will chase it down. Von Dorstein goes down. No whistle. Incidental contact, they'll say, and it's picked up by Carrasco. Here's Von Dorstein with a little chip to Chavez, but taken away, and now Corvallis will take it down the near sideline with Weedkamp. Weedkamp places it to the middle of the field. There is one. Now picked up, and a strike towards the goal, and Newman will have it in her gloves. And this one's booted to midfield by Newman. And I've got this incorrect on my scoring as it's backwards. Foul will go against Corvallis. Now Corvallis will push it ahead. Good deflection by Johnson. It's out of bounds just north of the Corvallis bench on the far sideline. Throw in. Controlled by Corvallis. Drop back to midfield. Walker will step up. gets a toe on it. Johnson chases it down. Taken away, now played ahead. Nice defense by Aaron Dahl. Played ahead to Chavez, but taken away by Weidkamp. Weidkamp plays it ahead. Kopang with the deflection, and now Von Dorstein will have it inside the circle. Walker gets it. Walker plays it ahead. She's got one. The race is on. It's Huffman. Huffman has a step. Huffman, and it's over the back of the net. So now a goal kick placed just outside the box, chased down to the end or the sideline. Ahead with a touch. Kopang will come up and pressure. Kopang with it at the circle at midfield. She'll play it to the middle of the field. Outside to Chavez. Chavez with a touch. Chavez with two. She'll split them. Chavez with a move, and she'll take a left-footed shot just wide of the goal. So the Breakers coming out as the aggressor here to start with. For the goal kick, it is Daphne Reynoso. She'll come to the near side and played up the near sideline by Davis. Pressured by Von Dorstein, played through the defense, and now touched ahead at the toes of Michaela King. McKing plays it ahead. She's got one runner in Wolski. Wolski down the near sideline to the hole. Wolski outside the flag, plays it to the box, and it's taken away by Chavez. It'll roll down the edge of the box. Chavez plays it out and picked up by Wolski. Wolski drops it back. Wolski gets it back on the near sideline. Now plays it back and at the feet of Kyrie Davis. Middle of the field in Carrasco. Back to Davis. They'll play catch a little bit with their feet. Now stepping in is Dahl, but Carrasco will take control. Here's Round with a touch outside. Johnson not able to get to it, and Corvallis will play it back deep down the far sideline. And we get a whistle as we'll have offsides against Corvallis. So free kick coming as Walker will take it. It's just outside the box to the far side of the ring above the box. Walker takes a step. This one is a good kick ahead. It'll roll to the box. Here's Huffman, touched by Corvallis. Now Corvallis will take it up the far sideline. Good play ahead, but not enough steam for the midfielder. And the Breakers will have the throw in right at midfield on the far side. Johnson will take it. Walker communicating. And Johnson will throw it into Walker right there in front of the Corvallis bench. Walker now plays it to the middle of the field to Kopang. Kopang ahead to Von Dorstein, but it's taken away and now played back outside. Corvallis on the run, switching fields, coming to the near side at the feet of Christina Weidkamp. Weidkamp plays it ahead. She's got King back to Weidkamp on the near side. Weidkamp and Chavez will have the toe on it, out of bounds. Throw in for Corvallis. And they'll have it about 18 yards above the flag on the near sideline to the right of us on the southern end of the field. Here's a throw in coming to the outside of the box, touch back outside, controlled by Davis. Davis plays it. Chavez with the takeaway upfield, and it'll deflect off of a Blue Devil. And the Breakers will have the throw in on the near sideline. Kopang to take it right in front of the Ramilly, which is just to the right of us. Kopang with the throw in. Good throw to Walker at midfield. Walker battles. Walker goes down. Incidental contact. Her and Haley Lords with a little bit of a mano-a-mano. And this one will be played into the Breaker bench on the far sideline. 29-minute mark. Substitution coming. Coming in for the Breakers is Amelia Craig.
Well, he actually picked up some notes, but let the other guy drink the
Throw in by Craig goes to Lechner, and it deflects off of King out of bounds back into the Breaker bench. Throw in Loyola on the far sideline. Walker will take the throw. Good solid throw. Corvallis will have the control. And it's Craig to take it over at midfield. Corvallis now with it up the far sideline. And a good step by Walker. Walker gets a toe on it. Walker plays it. Well, good step in by Lords. And it's played wide. King has it outside the box. Comes near side. Chavez steps in. Chavez plays it forward. Nobody there. And Corvallis will pick it up. At the feet of Kyra Davis, who plays it to King. A drop to Wolski. And cleared by the Breakers far side. Picked right back up. And touched out of bounds by Ella Dowd. Throw in, Lechner. Now Lechner with a boot down the far sideline. This will be into the bench of Corvallis, and Corvallis will have the throw in at midfield. Corvallis with substitutions. Here's the throw in front of the Breaker bench. Ahead, Walker gets ahead on it. Kopang with the chest stall. Now it's played ahead. Deflected by Wolski, but Breakers get a toe on it. Chasing it down on the defensive side is Kaylin Herbstreet. Drop back to Reynoso, and she'll bring it to the near side. Chavez gets a toe on it. Von Dorstein is there right outside the box. Von Dorstein with the touch. Here's Chavez. Plays it around the defender. Von Dorstein back to Chavez. It's inside the box in front of the goal, and it's cleared to the near side by Corvallis. Out of bounds off of Bethany Hayworth. Inbound throw will come on the near sideline. Just up from the box. Kopang to take the throw. Kopang with a good throw to Huffman. Huffman at the top of the box. She'll take a whack, and Reynoso will have the save. Here's the drop kick. Cross midfield, a header, and Round will pick it up between the box and the circle. Played ahead. Here's Huffman with a touch to Von Dorstein, but too much. And Corvallis' defense will pick it up. Now dribbled back, and Reynoso will have it at midfield. Played out. Now Corvallis with a touch to midfield. Stalled out at midfield, drop back to the defender, and it's Lainey Walker to pick it up. Walker on the run, has Lords there with her, and it's booted back into Breaker territory. Out of bounds. Throw in coming for Loyola. Looks like we're going to have a substitution as Chavez will race off from the near side. Lechner to take the throw. And the substitution is Megan Reyes. And this one's played back. King is there at midfield inside the circle. Plays it back to Wolski. Wolski ahead and a touch by Walker. Now Corvallis has it at midfield far side. Played ahead. Lechner with a boot upfield. Catching everybody off guard. Von Dorstein will chase it down as she's going to challenge Herbstreet. Herbstreet plays it wide to the far side. Touched up the sideline. This one's booted upfield. Lechner with a touch, and she'll put it back across into Corvallis territory. 24-minute mark. Round gets a toe on it, but Corvallis is there with King. Placed to the middle of the field. Played ahead, nobody there. And picked up by Corvallis at midfield. Corvallis now with a boot to the near side. It's King. King just outside the box on the near corner. It's played and out of bounds. Loyola will have the throw in. And Corvallis with a toe on it. Hayworth will put it over the end line, and the Breakers will have the goal kick. Megan Newman, the keeper for the Breakers. She was solid last year, and this year she has been the difference maker in several matches. Had a great save the other night. This one's upfield. Kopang waits, tries to play it to the middle of the field, but Wolski will be there, and we're going to get a whistle. And they're going to say that Wolski touched it. Handball. Here's the kick. Walker ahead. She's got Huffman. Huffman with the touch. Control. Huffman plays it to the far side. Now drops it to Von Dorstein. She'll play it up, and this one will be wide of the goal. Goal kick coming. And Corvallis will substitute. The Rams waiting. They are camped out on the northern end of the field on the near side. Whistles come for the substitution. And it looks like Olivia Powell, no, that's number 13. Weedkamp back in. So the goal kick, Von Dorstein working the pressure. Played up the near sideline by Corvallis, crossing midfield now, right down below us. It's Wolski. Wolski with time and space, now plays it to the middle of the field, and Round will step in. Weidkamp is there, plays it wide into the box. Fought for by Aaron Dahl, played out wide now. Walker gets his toe on it. Played ahead, and Walker will control. Walker now with a boot. She's got one, and this one's going to be on the Breakers. So Corvallis will have the free kick. Just outside, or between midfield, about the same spot they had their last free kick, between midfield and the 18 mark box on the far side. Here's the step, the boot towards the goal, and Newman is there to cover it up. So Newman with the drop kick now from the top of the box. Wolski is there with a touch on it, played back to King. Here's the near side, Wolski. Dropping it back to Davis. Davis with time and space, goes to midfield. She's got Herbstreit. Back to Davis on the near side. Breakers sliding their defense according to Wolski now plays it to the box, and Dahl will step in. High floater off the head. And Wolski is there to control. Wolski now on the near side, drops it back to Herbstreit. It'll go deep into Corvallis territory. Switching fields. Here's Huffman. Huffman with a touch on it. And the player on the far side, Walker, will step in. Walker has it played wide. Battle. Huffman with a deflection, and they're going to call handball on Huffman on the far side. Oh, that's Craig, I mean. Craig on the far side with the handball. We approach the 20-minute mark. Kick to midfield. Kopang with the header. Von Dorstein will pick it up on the Corvallis side of the bubble. Kopang now plays it with time and space. Splits the defense. Walker is there. Walker with a touch. Placed back to the middle of the field. Corvallis will pick it up, trying to place it wide now, work the outside lines. Kopang will step up. Defender with a toe, and it's played ahead to King. King will play it forward. Kopang is there. Maya Hickey. She was the difference maker against the Breakers in Missoula. Here's Walker now. Played wide. And Lechner with a touch on it. Up the far sidelines, out of bounds, and the Breakers will have the throw in. Substitution coming as Chavez will come in now. Lechner with the throw. Corvallis is there. We get a whistle, and this is going to go against Corvallis. And very quickly booted. Reynoso's got to come out, and they're going to call offsides on Huffman. Great run. Walker with the heavy foot. And Huffman with a good run, but she was offsides when the ball was placed. Boot to midfield. King is there. Chavez to control. Chavez around King. Now Chavez into Corvallis territory. Place to midfield. Here's Huffman. Huffman with one on. Corvallis takes it away, and now it's played upfield. Lechner will wait for it to come to her. Placed off her foot. Lechner now with another touch on it. Here's Walker. Kick back deep into breaker territory. And Lechner will use the 12th man as she puts it out of bounds. Right about at the 18-yard mark at the far box. Here's the throw in. Deep into the box. Walker is there. Placed back out. Here's a shot on goal, and it's wide. Nice strike. By Wiedkamp. So Newman with the goal kick off the far corner. Walker with a head on it. Picked up by Corvallis. Chased to the near side. Chavez waits for it to dive out. She's challenged by Wolski. Chavez with a touch out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in down the near sideline. Here's the throw. Chavez is there with the takeaway on the near sideline. Kopang trying to get by the defender, does. She's got Von Dorsty on the run. Kopang now going to switch fields. Touched in the middle of the field by Wiedkamp. And here's the play forward now. Huffman with a touch on it, placed back outside. Good deflection. Chased down in Carrasco. On the far side for Corvallis. It's at midfield. Far side. Lord steps on the ball, now gets it wide and not able to chase it down the far sideline. Loyola will have the throw in just outside the box. Taking the throw is Megan Reyes. Short throw. Turned. Corvallis now with it. Far side. Playing it to the box. Hickey is there. Hickey trying to get a foot on it. Hickey goes down and it's cleared out of the box. They're going to say incidental contact. Here's another whack, and this one is off the goalpost. Turning, and it's off the goalpost again. And we get a whistle inside the box, offside. So a pair of shots off the goalpost. And a goal kick. Well, this is going to be an offside. Megan Newman with the goal kick, or the offside kick inside the box. Placed ahead. Now Corvallis with it on the far side. Lechner gets a toe on it. Walker is there. Corvallis takes over. Corvallis with the run. Shot. This one's high and in the back of the net from about 35 yards out, and Corvallis is on the board to tie it at 1 apiece. And it's 1-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with 14 minutes left in the first half. Von Dorstein will take the kick at midfield. Kopang to receive. Kopang challenged by King and played outside. Near side, it's Mariah Antrim. Out of bounds off of Antrim, and Corvallis will have the throw, and taking the throw is Kira Davis. She'll go to Wolski down the near sideline. She's played by Kopang off of Kopang's foot. And once again, Davis will do the throw. Laney Walker is there. Walker with 2 on. And Laney continues to battle on the near side. She'll turn it back inside. Switching field. She's got Huffman. Huffman with a touch on it. Defender is there. Huffman will control inside Corvallis territory. Lechner. Lechner with a boot. And it's Chavez on the near side. Chavez with 1 to beat. Defender sticks in there. Chavez spins. Turns it back inside. She wants the right-footed shot. Chavez will go down. No whistle. Incidental contact, they say. And it's played wide. It'll be a throw-in for the Breakers on the far sideline. Kopang to take the throw. Coach Herb Street giving the ball over to Kopang. He made a comment before the game. Laney Walker's dad, Travis Walker, coach of the Breakers basketball program. As Walker's inside the box, she'll turn it on the end line. Taken away over the end line, and we've got our first corner kick coming. The Breakers will have the corner on the far flag on the northern side of the field. Huffman will take it. Here's the approach. Huffman with the kick. Walker is there. Walker lets it go by. Kopang puts a slice on it. Deflection. Walker is there. Walker goes down inside the box, and Corvallis will pick it up. Corvallis up the far sideline. Corvallis on the run. Numbers in favor of the Breakers. Good placement as it comes to midfield. Kicked ahead. And Newman will have this one on the easy pickup at the edge of the box on the far side. Good turnaround off of the corner kick. Dahl, now Kopang, placed wide. It's Wolski, placed to the middle, back again to Wiedkamp, and Kopang will step into it. Kopang's got Von Dorstein right in front of her. Wiedkamp, and she places ahead to Huffman. There are 3 defenders. Huffman will win the battle, and it's touched. Was it off of Corvallis, out of bounds, and they are going to say that is a corner. Are they going to say Huffman was offsides? No, they're going to give a free kick to the Breakers just outside the box, right on the edge of the box. It'll be Kopang to take it. So it's on the 18, and Huffman will come up now and discuss it with Kopang. But it's on the far line of the 18, halfway between the end line and the top of the box. And Barbian, our official, adjusting the wall. The touch, the step, Kopang, and Von Dorstein's there. Now this is deflected out of bounds, and the Breakers will have the corner kick. Huffman to set it up. We are at the 10-minute mark. Nope, they're going to have him redo the kick. Okay. So they'll take the kick right from the same spot. Now last time Huffman had the step, Huffman steps on it. Kopang and a whistle. And I think what Huffman has to do, she can't just touch the ball. The ball has to have movement to it. They're going to have the girls re-kick it. And our center official, Kent Barbian, will go over and instruct it on the girls. And that's exactly what he just pointed out, is the ball has to have movement. It can't just be touched by the other player. What they're trying to do is just set up the touch and go. And now Kopang's just going to take the direct kick. She'll volley this one to the top of the box, a header to take it back out of the box, right back to Kopang. She leans back, gets a touch on it, placed outside, and now Corvallis will retaliate. They'll have it sent ahead down the far sideline. Hickey is there. It's going to roll down the sideline, and Lechner will get a touch on it out of bounds. Corvallis will have the throw in right in front of the Breaker bench. Throw in, Round with a touch to it. That'll take it back out of bounds. Throw in from the same spot. .8:33 on the 5 Valley Auto clock. Kopang gets it in the middle of the field in her own side. She's going to send it ahead. She's got Von Dorstein, but with the step is Herbstreet. Herbstreet will drop it to Reynoso. Back outside to Herbstreet on the far sideline. Herbstreet with a touch on it. Huffman is there to challenge. Corvallis will maintain control. And now it's Hickey at midfield. Hickey places it wide on the far side. That's Julia Hulls on the far side. Hickey dropping it back again. Lords to control. Now it's played ahead to Hulls. Hulls steps on it. Far sideline. Plays it to the middle. Hickey with a touch, and the Breakers get a touch on it. And we'll have a free kick coming. Just up from the box. 4-player wall. In, and Newman with the save. Corner kick coming now. For Corvallis, near corner. Looks as though Hickey will take it. Here's the approach. Low on the ground. Breakers get a touch on it. Hickey comes back with it. It's volleyed, and Newman, it's on the ground. Newman gets a touch on it, and Round will clear it up the far sideline. Great job by the Breaker defense. Volleyed back into Breaker territory. Corvallis with it. It's King. King now back to Weedcamp. Places it wide to Wolski. Wolski inside the box. She's got Dahl. Dahl with a poke at it. Wolski continues. She's got one to drop, and she looks as though she is going to use it. Drop back. And Huffman steps in to kick it out of bounds. So throw in for Corvallis. Davis down the sideline. Chavez gets a toe on it. Davis controls. Placed into the box. Dahl outside wide. Wolski. Taken away. Placed to the top of the box. Round gets a foot on it. It'll roll to the far side. Chased down by Hulls. Hulls in control. Places it to the middle of the field. It's Walker. And Corvallis gets a step on it. Walker continues to battle. She'll go mano a mano against Carrasca. And Kopang comes up with it. Now Walker. Walker with one. Splits the defense of two. Up to midfield. She's got a run. Von Dorstein's ahead of her. Von Dorstein pulls up just a little bit to stay onside. Walker just outside the box. Plays it back to the middle of the field. We get a whistle. And Francis Carrasco will be called for the foul. So Lainey Walker with it just outside the bubble on the box. Von Dorstein's going to set up as part of the wall, and this one struck right off of a defender, and a good save by Reynoso. She got that ball. It was deflected, and she sat on it literally. Here comes the Blue Devils down the near sideline. It's Wolski, time and space, as Antrim holds off. Now at the top, Hickey with a touch to it, and Round will clear it out. Now at the feet of Lords outside the box. Round with it. Round will get a toe on it. Clears it out of the box. Centered. Hickey once again. She's got a left foot strike, but she's not going to take it. Walker gets a toe on it. Now it's Huffman on the push. She's got Von Dorstein. It's volleyed ahead. Reynoso will come out to the box on the edge on the near side and pick it up. Drop kick. King is there. High. Wolski controls. Near side, Davis plays it back ahead to Wolski. Across midfield, near side. Now down the near sideline. Lots of time and space for Wolski. Antrim will step in. King steps around. Hickey with a turn, and it's a left-footed kick. She didn't get all of it on it. And it's a clean save for Newman. Approaching the 3, or just about to the 3-minute mark. Whistle and Johnson will be called for the foul. When we get to the 2-minute mark, we'll stop the clock, and then it'll be up to the official. Barbian at midfield. Here's a header. Hickey is there. Newman now the turn, and it's in the back of the net, and Corvallis will take the lead. Off the Hickey goal. And it's now 2-1 Corvallis on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And that was our final from Missoula just a few weeks ago. Kopang plays it to midfield. It's taken away. Now ahead, Hickey with it. Hickey plays it wide. Chased down by Lords. Here's Wolski. Wolski plays it to the middle of the field, and Kopang with a boot across midfield. Davis will chase it down on the near side. Back to Herbstreit. Herbstreit with time and space. She's going to go ahead and take it upfield. Chavez with a header on it, but Wolski will control near side. Round with a good step on it. Takes it away from Hickey. Now played ahead. Herbstreit steps up on it, but doesn't get a touch on it. Played wide. And Wolski can't save it. Out of bounds. Breakers will have the throw in right below us. And we are at the 2-minute mark. King with it. Dahl steps in. King now switching field to the far side. Played ahead. Down the far sideline, just outside the box. Lechner races it down. And Lechner smartly uses the outside out of bounds. Official looks to his watch as the clock is stopped at the 2-minute mark. Throw in. This one's going to go to the box. Round is there. It's headed to the top of the box. Back in by Corvallis, and the Breakers will let this one die out over the end line. And Newman will have the goal kick. Megan Newman will place it on the 6-yard box, far corner. King is there to stop it. Dahl gets a foot on it. Wolski picks it up. Chavez is there. Chavez will turn it. Chavez now with Wolski on her. Deflection. Corvallis maintains. Play to the middle of the field. Round is there. Round is taken down by Hickey, and Hickey will be called. So now Walker with the kick from just off the box. This one's up. Von Dorstein with a step to it. Von Dorstein has it deflected back outside, and Corvallis will play it ahead. Chasing it down now is Antrim. She'll get around the defender over Davis, and Von Dorstein will chase it down. Drop back to Herbstreit. Played wide to the near side. Official checks his watch. Chavez is there. Von Dorstein with a step. She's got some space. Plays it to the middle of the field, but nobody there. And it's picked up by Carrasco. And just too much on it. Out of bounds. The official will check his watch once again. Kopang with the quick throw in. Two defenders there. Off the head of one. A foot. Kopang now places it. Huffman with a header to put it into the box. Von Walker steps to it. Now placed wide, and it's Wolski on the near side. Official checks his watch once again. Chavez will go against Wolski. Chavez gets a touch on it. They're going to say Corvallis keeps it. Throw in right below us to King. King with a reverse step. It's going to die out. Kopang picks it up. Quick throw. Official checks his watch. Von Dorstein is there. Herb Street picks it up in her own territory. Placed wide to the far side. And that is the whistle for halftime. So Corvallis comes back after the Breakers get an early goal. It's 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll step aside. You're watching Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash. Only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Construction is tough work. Lonebro is an energy services company with more than 900 employees. Lonebro's third largest expense was health insurance.
Payne West partnered with Lonebro to create a health and wellness program. Lonebro built an in-house gym, and together we developed a biometric screening program.
Since initiating our program, our employees are happier, healthier, and more productive, and our costs are lower.
Payne West Insurance, a partner in the health of your business.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are at halftime between the Corvallis Lady Blue Devils and the Loyola Breakers here in Corvallis. A gorgeous day as the sun has graced us. We do have an open patch of blue sky, the clouds hanging on either side of the valley. But we'll soak up what sun we have after we've had the very snow-packed weekend for our friends north of us. Missoula seeing just a minimal amount of snow, but a lot of cold weather and wind. The boys will be up next. The Rams and the Blue Devils will play at 5 o'clock. More soccer action this week as Helena will be in town to take on Sentinel. We'll be over at Sentinel High School at Playfair for that matchup on Thursday. First game is at 3. Then on Friday night we have Ram football as Loyola will head to Anaconda. See if they can build their resume for the postseason. And that'll be at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday, well, it's more soccer action as Hamilton will be in Missoula to take on Loyola. Games at 10 and noon on Saturday as we are at halftime. We'll be back with your halftime stats right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
The Chris Stratton Show is Missoula's resource for local high school sports. Get fresh takes like...
How does it feel to be the senior now?
It's kind of crazy, honestly. It's weird having people above me and then this...
Get the rest of the show by downloading the podcast on iTunes or at www.thechrisstrattonshow.com.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton in Corvallis, Montana for the Blue Devils and Rams and Breakers soccer match today. The ladies are up first, and it is the Lady Blue Devils in charge on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, 2-1. It'd be Lainey Walker to get the first goal in the 3rd minute of the game, and then coming back it would be Corvallis with goals in the 26th and 37th minute. Shots on goal, 7 for the Breakers, 7 for Corvallis. 3 saves apiece for each keeper. Fouls committed, well, Corvallis with 8, Breakers with 4. Corner kicks, Breakers with 2, Corvallis with 1. Offsides, Corvallis has been caught offsides once, the Breakers twice so far on the game. So we are at halftime here between the Loyola Breakers and the Corvallis Lady Blue Devils. The boys will have the next game at 5 o'clock, and we'll have that one right here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the start of your second half. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we start the second half here in Corvallis, Montana. The Blue Devils with the ball. The Breakers defending the northern goal as the field sits north to south here in Corvallis at their sports facility. There's the whistle to start the half, and we are underway with the Corvallis Blue Devils with the ball on the far side. They'll place it forward, and it's Wolski to control. Wolski up the far sideline with time and space. She'll be picked up by Amnete. Antrim, I mean. And Newman will pick it up on the roll. Here's the drop kick by Newman. Comes down at midfield. Chavez with a toe on it, but controlled by Lords. Kopang chases it down, now ahead. Von Dorstein with a touch on it. Von Dorstein, she'll send Walker. Walker on the run. There's one there, and it's Herbstreet. Herbstreet plays it to the middle of the field. Johnson back to Walker. Walker with 3 on. Splits the defense. Huffman is there inside the box, near side. Huffman will take a crack. It's over the goal. Goal kick coming. Reynoso. And she likes to place these ones to her fullbacks. She'll go to one of her midfielders. Kopang steps in. Off of Kopang, out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw-in. Battling Lords was Kopang. And the throw-in will come down the near sideline. Good long throw. Hickey is there. Drop back to Lords. Lords with some space. Now plays it ahead to Hickey. Hickey with 1 on. Goes wide. It's Wolski. Wolski up the far sideline. Pressure. Placed to the box. Onside. Or no, that was Round. And this will go over the end line, and we'll have our first corner kick of the half as Hickey trots over there to take it. Chill day here in Corvallis on a 1st of October. Temperature was at 45 degrees at game time. Here's Hickey with the approach. Shot. Battled for inside the box, and Chavez is the one to get a toe on it to clear it out. It'll roll to the near side. And Corvallis will take it with Carrasco. Carrasco with time and space. Plays it ahead to Lords. Round is there. Round steps up. And now taken away. Here's a crack into the box, and Newman with the easy save. Newman walks to the top of the box, kicks it from the middle of the box at the top. Walker is there. Lord steps on the ball and goes down. She gets back up very quickly. Kopang at midfield inside the bubble. She's got Walker. Walker with the run. There's one defender. Walker will outrun the defender. Turns inside the box. Walker tries to place it. Turns, and she's got Huffman. Huffman just over the goal. Huffman from about 4 yards right in front of the goal with nobody there, and it popped over the top of the goal. Just got to get her head down over the ball. Placed on the far side, up the sideline. Wolski trails. Wolski now across midfield. Wolski with one defender. Wolski up the far sideline. Wolski with a step. She's into the box, places it, and Round will have a toe on it to clear it out. Chavez plays it ahead, but smartly controlled by Corvallis. Here's Lords. Lords just outside the box. She'll roll it up, and Newman will let it go out of bounds. And a goal kick coming. Newman will kick it off the keeper box on the far corner. It'll be a low roller out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in on the far sideline. Here's the throw down the far sideline. Hickey is there. Or no, that's King. King will turn. Wolski now drops it back, and Davis will control in front of the Corvallis bench. Off the knees of Walker. Corvallis sets for the throw in. Chavez out of bounds. This one will be across the top of the box. Throw in. Good step by Chavez, back out of bounds, and this time it'll be Corvallis as Wolski was there as well. Antrim, Mariah Antrim to take the throw on the far side. She'll go to Chavez. Wolski is there, out of bounds in front of the Corvallis bench. And they'll get a whistle as Von Dorstein threw it about 10 yards ahead of where it should have been. So Von Dorstein will back up and throw it again off the far sideline in front of the Corvallis bench. Corvallis' bench on the northern end of the field on the far side. Wolski will step in front of the throw, gets a touch on it. Kopang will battle against Lords. Now it's placed ahead. Walker with 2 on. It's Herbstreit and Walker. We get out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in front of the breaker bench now. Walker gets a toe on it, but it'll be Wolski to control. Wolski now down the far sideline, going deep. She'll place it ahead, and Newman will come out and pick it up on the easy roll. Drop kick to midfield. Davis gets a toe on it. Chavez deflects it. Davis down the far sideline. Chavez is there, and Davis will get around Chavez. Chavez now takes it back up. Von Dorstein's there for the takeaway, placed to midfield. And Riley Herbstreit at midfield. Davis trying to play around Chavez in front of the breaker bench on the far side. Takes it to the sideline, now turns it back inside. Walker gets a step on it. Walker now with the takeaway at midfield. Walker looking, she's got Huffman. Defender is there. Here's Johnson to chase it down against the defender. And that's Ella Dowd, and she'll place it out of bounds. Johnson to have the throw. Kopang says, I'll take it. It's just outside the box on the near sideline. Here's Kopang with the throw. Into the box, a header. Johnson, deflection, and Kopang will come up with it on the inside of the near box. She'll turn on the end line, spins, and she goes down. We get a whistle. And this will go against Corvallis. So Kopang will take the free kick from the near side between the out of bounds and the box. This one's volleyed in deep into the box. Reynoso gets a toe on it. This one's volleyed back in and up over the top of the goal. And that was Mariah Antrim. Reynoso with a short kick to the far side. Herbstreit, and it's up the far sideline. Wolski will pick it up at midfield. Antrim steps in, but Wolski gets around. Wolski now places it off of Dahl. Here's Round. Round will clear it out of the box. Kopang picks it up on the roll. Kopang with time and space plays it ahead. One on as Carrasco picks it up. Huffman as it's dropped back in, and Reynoso will place it back out to Carrasco on the near side. Here's Lords with the drop. Kopang on the takeaway. 2 on, and touched out of bounds by Dowd. Kopang to throw in, just south of us, to the right of us, I should say. Walker is inside the box, gets around Herbstreit. Walker with a touch, Walker across the box. Here's Huffman, she'll take the left foot, and it's going to be just over the goal. And substitution coming for Corvallis. Riley Herbstreit will come off, and it looks like they will bring Julia Hulls back in. We just break into the 29-minute mark. Here's Reynoso, short chopper. Roll in time, placed ahead. Dahl, she'll find Walker. Walker has Von Dorstein on one side and Huffman on the other. Walker, split, goes around one defender. Second defender picks her up. Now Walker, she's got Kopang. Kopang says, I got it. Kopang cracks it, and it's into the hands of the keeper. Drop kick from the far corner of the box. High. Comes down at midfield. Corvallis to control. Weedcamp places ahead. Wolski will chase it down. Wolski with control. She's going to center it on the box. Newman is there. Megan Newman with the drop kick from the top of the box. Lords places it ahead. Hickey is there, but Round will turn it. Once again controlled, this time by Weedcamp. Weedcamp plays it ahead. Dahl with a good kick to the near side. Chase down. Dowd. She'll have Hulls. Hulls places it back upfield, centered, and Round will clear it out. Did that touch Hulls? No, they're going to say Corvallis throw. Just outside the box. Dowd will take it. She warms her hands up as it is a chilly day. That soccer ball, the leather, is probably nice and chilled. Throw into the box. Round with a header. Walker will pick it up at the top of the box. Walker with one on. She's got one ahead. Stepped into. Dowd will pick it up. Dowd now turns. Lechner with a good foot on it. Lechner chases it back down. Dowd places it to Hickey. And it's deflected out. Walker on the run. Walker places it ahead to Huffman. Huffman has Von Dorstein. And Huffman will have it. Huffman with one. Huffman to the near side. Huffman inside the box. She'll try the right foot. And it is out of bounds. They're going to say goal kick as Huffman goes down. And Johnson will come off. Substitution coming for the Breakers. It looks as though it is number 14, Megan Reyes. Boys warming up on the field to the south of us. Here's the goal kick. Kopang has the deflection, but Corvallis to control. Played ahead to King inside the bubble. King trying to control. Now ahead to Hickey. Hickey has a run. Round is there. Round will play her off the ball. Wide. Wolski will pick it up on the sideline on the far side. Wolski. Hickey. She looks back. She has Lords on the drop, or Weedcamp, as Antrim steps in. Antrim with a foot on it, and Weedcamp will pick it up. Here comes Huffman on the run. Round steps into it. Weedcamp drops it back. Now it's Carrasca. Carrasca with space. She'll volley it into the box, and Newman will chase it down. Newman with the drop kick. And a good bounce. Herbstreit is there. There's Walker. Walker with a step. Walker. And Walker just wide of the goal. And Walker will have a discussion with Barbian as Reynoso went down. Looked like incidental contact from here. Goal protection is pulled when it's one-on-one with the keeper. Reynoso with a short kick to the far side along the end line. Von Dorstein is there. Chavez, now Dorstein will take it away. Walker with a touch, and it's out of bounds. This one will be off of Corvallis. Chavez will have the throw. We move just under the 25-minute mark, as we'll have another substitution. Chavez will come out, and that'll bring in Amelia Craig. Von Dorstein with the throw-in. Wolski is there, but Walker will pick it up. Walker splits two defenders. Walker has Kopang in the box. Here's a volley over the top of the net. So Reynoso will have the goal kick. This time she'll put some air underneath it. Walker gets a head on it. Weedkamp is there. Chased down now by Lords. Lords crosses midfield, volleys it ahead off the hip of King. And there's Huffman. Huffman plays it wide, out of bounds, near side. Dowd will have the throw in for Corvallis. Right below us. Lords gets the throw. Brings it back to Dowd. Here's the volley into the box. Round is there with the header. Stalls it out. Lords brings it down with a thigh stall. Placed wide to Holes. Back in, and there's Lechner. Lechner plays ahead. Dowd will pick it up. Huffman will step in. Now it's Weidkamp just outside the box. Weidkamp with a volley, and Newman will snag it wide of the box. Here's the drop kick. Good volley. Midfield. Davis with a foot to put it back into Loyola territory. Wolski will pick it up in front of the Corvallis box, or bench on the far side. Deflection will put it back in possession of the Breakers, but Weidkamp right there. This one's played in the box. Hickey is there, and that one's wide of the goal by Hickey. So Newman will have the goal kick off the corner on the near side. Here's Newman. Huffman trying to get a header to place it forward. Von Dorstein has it at midfield inside the bubble. She'll try to play it behind herself. Picked up by Davis. Davis now with time and space. Craig steps in. Now outside. Wolski has a run down the far sideline. Two at the top of the box. She'll volley it in, and Newman will let it go out. Goal kick coming. So Newman now with the goal kick. King tried to get a step on it. It'll place by King, and now Weidkamp puts it wide to Wolski. Antrim places it out of bounds. Corvallis will have the throw-in on the far side. Dowd will come from her defender position on the near side to have the throw-in. Dowd with a good throw to the box. King places it off her foot. Now it's out of the box. Volleyed across the top. Round with the header. Huffman gets a foot on it. This one's going to have lots of leg as it bounces and dies out at midfield right below us. They'll say Corvallis gets the throw. Dowd with a good throw. She's got Hickey just outside the box, picked up by Round. Hickey turns, and Huffman is there with the deflection. Herbstreit plays it ahead. Now Hickey centers it, Lords, and it's rolled through. Newman with the save. Volley on the drop kick. Walker at midfield. Walker now to turn. Back inside. Walker, she's got one. And it's placed ahead. Lords touches it. King ahead to Hickey, and Round will have it outside. Wolski chases it down. Craig with the one-on-one with Wolski. Wolski goes to the top of the box. Antrim clears it out. Craig with the aggressive attack. Weedkamp now to Wolski. Wolski on the far sideline. Tries to go to the top of the box. Touched by Dahl. Hickey turns it. King wasn't ready, and Round will have it for the Breakers, and Round will play it ahead. She's got Craig. A lot of white jerseys on this side of on the northern side of the field, which is the defensive side for the Breakers, as Weedkamp will place this one out of bounds, and the Breakers will have another throw-in. Antrim will have the throw-in in front of the Corvallis bench. Wolski steps in front of it. Antrim gets a toe on it. Huffman is there. Lords turns it back up. Wolski. Antrim to collect it. Finds Von Dorstein. Davis steps in front of the Von Dorstein. Davis up the far sideline. Dahl now. Hickey is there. Hickey takes it away from Dahl. Lords places it in. Round collects it, and Round will clear it out. Lots of time, and here it's placed backwards. Herbstreit, and Herbstreit's going to have to clear this one to the sideline. Von Dorstein collects on the Breakers side of midfield. Wolski, and a collision with three players. And Lords will come up with it. She'll place it out of bounds, and the Breakers will have the throw-in. Corvallis will substitute. Corvallis with the goals in the 26th and the 37th minute. Breakers in the 3rd minute with Kopang. With Walker. Throw in. And they're going to drop this one back to Reynoso. She'll have the kick on the deflection. Bounces to midfield. Hickey is there. Hickey. Chavez for the Breakers, and controlled by Dowd. Dowd looking to come to the near side, and does. Chavez with a good deflection. Here's Kopang. She'll play it ahead. Off Chavez. The turn, and out of bounds. This will go to Corvallis. Very quickly, Dowd will have the throw in down the near sideline to midfield. Hickey with a touch to it, and out of bounds. This will be a Breaker throw in. And we have a substitution coming. Looks like Johnson will come back in, and Von Dorstein is subbing out. Isabella Johnson. Kopang with the throw in. She's got Walker. Walker with a good block out, and too much as it goes out of bounds. Corvallis will have the throw in. No, they're going to say that is a Breaker throw in. So Kopang will move it up. And they're going to say a free kick. So Kopang with the free kick on the near side. Struck into the box. Deflection. Craig picks it up. Now it's Corvallis on the run as Hickey places it ahead. Carrasca all by herself with time and space. Deflection off of King. And Antrim will place it ahead to Johnson. Loyola has it taken away. Hickey has it at the top of the box. Played ahead to King. And picked up by Newman on the deflection. Newman with the drop kick. This one will space to midfield. Carrasco with a foot on it. Goes by Huffman. Antrim now trying to get it to midfield. Walker steps in front of it, and it'll be Herbstreit to play it wide. Dowd. Dowd's got one on. Goes to the middle of the field to Wolski. Or no, that's Lords. Dowd now has it on the near side. Crosses midfield into Breaker territory. Round steps up. Now Lord again. Lords plays it wide. Hulls will have to chase it down. It'll stay inbounds. Chavez now. Chavez steps in, and We'll get a whistle on Chavez. Free kick coming. For Corvallis, just outside the box between the sideline and the box. It'll be Michaela King to take the free kick. And Newman will have the deflection, and Round will play it over the end line, and a corner kick coming. Looks like they're wanting to sub Wolski back in for Corvallis. Here's the strike. Low volley. Chavez gets a foot on it. It's cleared out by Dull. It'll roll to the near sideline, and Corvallis will have the throw in right to the north of us, to the left of us. Here's Hickey quickly, and she'll turn. Newman picks it up. Newman will drop kick it left to right. This one will cross midfield. It'll have a good bounce. Craig is there. Here's Huffman to send it to Walker, and it's just a little bit too much. And Reynoso will pick it up on the roll. Here's the drop kick by Reynoso. It's a high, short kick as Huffman gets a foot on it, out of bounds, and this will go a free kick coming for Corvallis. No, that's what I thought. So Kopang will take the free kick just into Corvallis territory on the far side. Here's the strike. This is a high volley. Header inside the box. Fought for. Huffman is there. This is going to roll over the end line, and they'll say goal kick coming for Corvallis. Reynoso places it on the goal box. And this one looks like it's going to be right up the middle. Breakers are there on the step. Weedcamp places it wide. That'll give Chavez a chance. Chavez with some room goes to Walker. Deflected. Kopang brings it up, and it'll be out of bounds. And a substitution coming. Von Dorstein to come back in. Kopang ready for the throw-in now that Von Dorstein's been subbed in. She's going to go to Walker down the sideline. Header. Chavez is there with Weedcamp. Weedcamp with a control stop. Round with the stall. Back into Corvallis territory. King will have the header. Weedcamp to control. King goes down as she tries to control. And it's Von Dorstein to pick it up. Von Dorstein turns. Step in by Weedcamp, and Lords has it at midfield. Lords turns it. And Hickey has a run. Round tries to get back, and Newman with the save. Drop kick by Newman. Kopang turns it, but it's Dowd to pick it up at midfield. Dowd now as Kopang receives the steal. Now Dowd. Hickey with 3 on. Hickey now. She's got Huffman mano-a-mano. Places it wide out to Wolski. Wolski with 1 on. Round deflects it out of the box. Hickey now back with it on top of the box. Places ahead for Wolski. Antrim steps into Wolski's touch, and it's away. Johnson for the Breakers. She turns. She's got 1 in the middle. Wolski steps into it. It's King. King to Hickey. Back to King. King has it taken away by Round, and now a strike which will cross the lip of the goal, comes to the near side, and Chavez turns it back in. Chavez with a good move around Hull. Chavez up the near sideline with time and space. Up ahead. She's got Walker. Walker with one on. And Walker is pushed off the ball with a shoulder. She'll retain control. Now Walker is taken down. That's a whistle. And a free kick coming. Whistle on Francis Carrasco. Walker will take the kick just about 15 yards outside the box on the near side. Kopang will be part of the wall, and Walker places it too high over the goal.
Spend more time shooting and quit flopping.
Substitution. Coming in now. Waiting for her turn. I can't tell if it's a 16 or an 18. It is an 18. That is Olivia Powell. She was in earlier in the first half. Goal kick controlled by the Breakers. Von Dorstein will turn. Von Dorstein on the edge of the box. She has the stall turn. She's got Walker. Gets it back to Walker. Walker with one on. Walker with the kick, and that one is in the back of the net. Lainey Walker will tie it up at 2 apiece. And with 9 minutes left, it's 2-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Dropped all the way back to Herbstreit. She'll place it wide to the far side. Up the far sideline. Wolski will have it at midfield. Wolski on the run with space. Lots of space. Huffman will close the distance. Wolski deep into the far side. Huffman is there. Wolski and Huffman will mano a mano on the end line. And they'll say a corner kick coming for Corvallis off the far flag. So Hickey to place it on the sideline edge. Here's the approach. Low volley. Wolski is there. Huffman gets a foot on it. Cleared out to the far side. Hickey winds up, places the volley back in. Lords gets a spin on it, but it won't go. Weedkamp drops it back to Carrasco, and she'll go ahead and volley it ahead, and Newman will pick it up on the bounce. Newman runs it up. White pushing forward. And now the drop kick by Newman to midfield. Walker is there, placed back by Huffman. We get a whistle. And Walker called for physical play at point of contact. So Herbstreit will take the throw in. Ball placed just into Corvallis territory at midfield inside the bubble. Here's the volley. Touch on it. Hickey. Round is there. Round with a touch on it. Lords gets a strike. Deflection, and Newman will have the bounce wide. Here's the drop kick. 2 blue jerseys there. Deflection. Huffman will have the touch, and this is going to bounce to the sideline, out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in. Quickly to Hicks. Hickey is down the far sideline. Antrim placed into the box. Round with a touch to keep it out of the box. Johnson comes up on it. Johnson gets instructions from Kopang to send it. She's got Von Dorstein. Von Dorstein around one defender. She's got to beat Carrasco, and Carrasco will take it at midfield, dropping it deeper into Corvallis territory. Herbstreit with the volley. Huffman gets it at midfield, far side. Dowd. Thigh stall. Up ahead to Lords. Here's Chavez now at midfield. Places ahead to Walker. Walker's got 3 blue jerseys. She'll go to the far side. Walker with a step. She's got Herbstreit in front of her. Wolski. Herbstreit steps on the ball inside the box. Walker turns. Back to the top. No call in the box. cleared out, and Antrim will have it at midfield on the far side. Huffman gets it in the middle, placed ahead. And this one will roll to the end line. Goal kick coming for Corvallis. Here's Daphne Reynoso. Low kick. Walker gets a foot on it. Walker chases it to the top of the box. She's got one on. Taken away by Hickey. Now Walker and Hickey will go mano a mano. Placed wide. Huffman gets it at midfield. Back ahead to Von Dorstein. It's a foot race, and the ball will die out over the line. Corvallis with the throw-in. Here's the throw. Switching fields is Loyola. Chavez will have the race. It'll come to the near sideline. Chavez steps in front of it at midfield, turns it back upfield, keeps it in bounds. Chavez around Dowd, now deep down the near sideline. Carrasco ahead. Lechner steps in front of it. Huffman will pick it up at midfield. Huffman whiffs, gets a toe on it now. Huffman ahead. She's got Walker. Walker with the block out. Von Dorstein settles. Von Dorstein. And Wolski gets the contact. Lords plays it ahead. Roundhead with a touch on it. Here's Lords against Lechner. Lechner gets a foot on it. Lords now in control. Lords down the near sideline. Lords into the near corner. Puts it at the top of the box. Huffman with the touch. Chavez. Chavez clears it ahead. Dowd will play up on it. Kopang sends it. Walker's got one to beat. She's got the foot race against Herbstreet. Turns, and we'll have a whistle. And this is going to go against Walker. Here's the free kick. Placed ahead. King places it to Lords. Lords outside to Hayward, or to Powell. Powell now up the near side. Into the box. Round with the stall. Deflection off of Lords, and Johnson will chase it down. Wide camp. Hickey. Antrim turning against Hickey. Hickey with the takeaway. Antrim and Hickey now battle. Here's the duel. Placed into the box. Round gets a toe on it. King is there. King can't get a strike on it. Off of Round, and now we get one. This is going to be a whistle against King. So a free kick coming just at the top of the box for the Breakers, just about to the 2-minute mark. Newman has it, splitting the top of the box. Here's the kick. Placement, fought for. And a whistle on the far side. And this will go against Johnson. So we work inside the 2-minute mark. Barbian having Herbstreet back up. The game in the hands of the official now. And he's going to back Von Dorstein up. Make sure she's got the full 10 yards. Herbstreet with the approach. A good volley into the box. King with the chest stall, and Lords. That one is over the goal. Substitution coming. Johnson to come off. Breakers will bring Craig back in. Boys will be up here at 5 o'clock. Goal kick, deflection by Hickey. Daw will place it out of bounds on the far side. quite a view here from the box, as there is a blanket of clouds and possible snow. Here's Lords at the top of the box. Round is there. Newman tries to get her hands in there in the mix. A pile in front of the box, and it's cleared out. Kopang clears it out of the box. Everybody settles back in. Catastrophe avoided in front of the box. There were 6 bodies on the ground, including Newman's, going for that ball. Weedkamp places it into the box. Dahl goes wide, out of bounds, throw in coming. About 8 yards up from the flag on the far sideline. Huffman and Walker with a discussion. Now Huffman will go to the box. Here's the throw in. Dahl is there. Volleyed off of Dahl. Placed out wide. And that is the whistle. Game. This will end in a tie. Breakers 2. Corvallis 2. And that will put a spin on the postseason. Taking a quick look at the summary. 16 total shots on goal for Loyola, 12 for Corvallis. Let's see here. Saves, 7 for Newman, 4 for Reynoso. Fouls, 3 of them on Corvallis, 8 on the Breakers. 4 corner kicks for Corvallis, 2 for the Breakers. Breakers were offsides once and Corvallis twice. So that is game. We'll have the boys up here in about 20 minutes. We'll talk to you then. Grab some water, repop the popcorn. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports. MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness. Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.